Welcome back to Like Health. In today's video, we delve into the weird and classic signs of dementia that can help you spot potential warning signs before it gets worse. Understanding these signs can make a huge difference in taking action and improving your quality of life. Let's start with some weird and surprising signs that are hard to spot and that can change the way you think about dementia. First mark. Inexplicable changes in handwriting. You might not expect this, but one of the early signs of dementia can be a noticeable shift in a person's handwriting. This could include writing that becomes much smaller, larger, or more difficult to read. If the person has always had legible handwriting and suddenly it changes drastically without explanation, it may indicate cognitive decline. Second mark. Unusual changes in taste and smell. Dementia can cause a person to experience altered or heightened senses, especially when it comes to taste and smell. Someone might suddenly develop strong aversions to foods they once loved or even start craving strange, non-food items, a condition called pica. These sensory changes can be unsettling and are not commonly associated with dementia, but they can be an early warning sign. Third mark. Trouble with spatial awareness. A person in the early stages of dementia might start having difficulty with navigation, even in familiar places. They could struggle with judging distances, bumping into furniture or objects, or having trouble with tasks like parking a car. These unusual issues with spatial orientation might seem minor at first, but can point to cognitive decline that affects their perception of the world around them. Fourth mark. Increased paranoia or suspicious behavior. People with early-stage dementia might start to exhibit unusual distrust or suspicion towards others, even close family members. They may accuse people of stealing, feel that others are plotting against them, or become convinced that things are being hidden from them, even when there's no reason for it. This paranoia can be unsettling and is a strange but early sign that cognitive changes are occurring. Fifth mark. Repetitive or obsessive behavior. In the early stages of dementia, some individuals may start repeating actions, phrases, or questions over and over again, often without realizing it. They might also fixate on certain activities or topics to an unusual degree. This repetitive behavior, although subtle at first, can indicate a breakdown in cognitive function, especially in how the brain processes and retains new information. Sixth mark. Sudden changes in sleep patterns. Dementia can cause significant disruptions in a person's sleep cycle. They might experience insomnia, wake up in the middle of the night confused, or even sleep excessively during the day. Some individuals may begin to wander at night, unaware of their surroundings or unaware of the time. These unusual sleep disturbances are often overlooked, but they can be an important early indicator of cognitive decline. Seventh mark. Difficulty recognizing familiar faces or places. A person with early-stage dementia might suddenly have trouble recognizing close family members or friends, even though they've known them for years. They may also struggle to recognize familiar places or have difficulty navigating around their own home. This strange confusion about identity and location can be an early sign of cognitive decline, particularly in areas of the brain that help with memory and recognition. Eighth mark. Unexplained bursts of laughter or crying. People with early dementia might experience emotional responses that seem out of place or disproportionate to the situation. They may burst into laughter at inappropriate moments or suddenly start crying for no apparent reason. This emotional dysregulation can be a strange sign of dementia, as the brain's ability to control and interpret emotions becomes impaired. Ninth mark. Unusual neglect of personal hygiene. While some level of forgetfulness can be expected, a sudden and unexplained disregard for personal hygiene can be a strange early sign of dementia. Individuals might forget to bathe, brush their teeth, or change clothes, even though they previously maintained good hygiene. This shift in behavior is often overlooked but can signal a decline in cognitive function, especially in the areas of self-care and daily routines. 10th mark. Sudden, unexplained loss of vocabulary. One of the strange early signs of dementia is when a person begins to struggle with finding the right words in conversations. They may suddenly start using vague terms like thing or stuff instead of specific names for objects or concepts. This difficulty in recalling words or names, even though the person was once articulate, can be a subtle but early sign of cognitive decline affecting language and communication skills. Now that we've covered some of the strange and lesser-known early signs of dementia, let's move on to the more classic symptoms that are commonly recognized. These signs are typically more noticeable and can significantly impact daily life. Understanding both early and classic symptoms is crucial for identifying dementia and taking action early. Let's dive in. First classic sign: memory loss affecting daily tasks. One of the hallmark symptoms of dementia is the persistent forgetfulness that disrupts everyday activities. This goes beyond the usual forgetfulness. Individuals may forget important events, appointments, or even where they place their belongings. These memory lapses can interfere with routine tasks, such as managing finances, cooking meals, or keeping up with personal hygiene, and are often one of the first noticeable signs of dementia. Second classic sign: difficulty with problem-solving or planning. People with dementia often struggle to solve problems or complete tasks that require planning and concentration. This might include difficulty following a recipe, keeping track of bills, or managing personal schedules. Tasks that were once easy to handle can suddenly feel overwhelming, as cognitive abilities to organize and think critically become impaired. Third classic sign: confusion with time or place. A common symptom of dementia is the inability to keep track of time, dates, and seasons. Individuals may forget what day it is or become confused about where they are, even in familiar surroundings. They might lose track of time and have difficulty remembering how they got to a particular place, which can be disorienting and alarming for both them and their loved ones. Fourth classic sign: difficulty with visual and spatial relationships. People with dementia may have trouble judging distances or recognizing objects, leading to issues with driving, reading, or navigating around the home. They might have trouble distinguishing colors, which can make it hard to identify objects or even recognize faces. These visual and spatial difficulties are common as the brain's ability to process visual information begins to decline. Fifth classic sign: problems with speech and communication. As dementia progresses, individuals may struggle to find the right words, repeat themselves frequently, or stop in the middle of a conversation and not know how to continue. They may also have difficulty following or joining in on conversations. This communication breakdown can be frustrating and noticeable, as the person's ability to express themselves or understand others begins to deteriorate. Write in the comments the remaining 5 classic signs of dementia and what are the best foods and healthy habits to prevent it. We welcome all new subscribers to the channel.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to like channel to receive all new